Right now, without even noticing it, the average person is bleeding thousands of dollars a year on things they do not need, did not think about, and would not even miss. Not big dramatic purchases, tiny, quiet, automatic ones. The kind that slip out of your account so smoothly you have no idea they are gone. And here's the wild part. If you added up just 1 year of this quiet waste, it would be enough to wipe out a debt, build an emergency fund, or kickstart real wealth. So here's what we are going to do. I am going to walk you through 20 things to stop buying in 2026. And we are going to keep a running total on the screen, adding up the savings as we go. I think the final number is going to genuinely shock you. Stay with me to the end, because the last few are the ones quietly doing the most damage, and the total at the bottom is the part nobody believes until they see it. Quick thing before we start. This is not about living like a monk or never enjoying anything again. It is about cutting the waste you get zero happiness from, so you have more money for the things you actually care about. Every single one of these is something you can stop today with no real loss to your life. Let's run the list. Number 1, bottled water. If you are buying cases of plastic water bottles, you are paying somewhere around 2,000 times the price of the exact same water from your tap. A decent filter and a reusable bottle pays for itself in about 2 weeks. The average regular buyer spends well over $200 a year on water they could get for almost nothing. Running total, $260. Number 2, the daily coffee shop habit. I am not saying never buy coffee again, but $5 a day, every workday, is over $1,000 a year for something you can make at home in 2 minutes for about 40 cents a cup. Keep the treat for when it is actually a treat, make the rest at home, and you pocket roughly $1,000. A good travel mug and a small batch brewed before you walk out the door tastes better than the drive-through line anyway, and you skip the wait and the tip jar entirely. Running total, $1,260. Number 3, subscriptions you forgot you have. Go look right now at your bank statement and count them. The streaming service you watched once, the app you signed up for on a free trial and never canceled. The average person is quietly paying for 2 or 3 subscriptions they have completely forgotten about. Cancel the dead ones today, and that is easily another $240 back in your pocket. Set a reminder to scan that statement every few months too, because the dead ones quietly creep back the moment you stop paying attention. Running total, $1,500. Number 4, brand name groceries. For most staples, the store brand is made in the very same factory as the name brand, with the same ingredients, just a different label. Flour, sugar, medicine, cleaning supplies, canned goods. You are paying extra purely for the packaging and the advertising. Switching your basics to store brands saves the typical family around $600 a year. Running total, $2,100. Number 5, cable television. If you are still paying for a giant cable package and watching a fraction of the channels, you are lighting money on fire. Between the inflated bill, the equipment rental fees, and the channels you never touch, cutting the cord and keeping just 1 or 2 streaming services you actually use saves most households around $900 a year. A cheap antenna still pulls in your local channels and the big games for free, so you lose almost nothing worth keeping. Running total, $3,000. Number 6, lunch out every workday. Grabbing a $12 lunch 5 days a week is around $3,000 a year. Packing lunch even most days, not every day, just most, can cut that by well over $1,000. The food is often healthier too, and you skip the midday line entirely. Conservatively, that is $1,200 saved. Running total, $4,200. Number 7, extended warranties. That add-on warranty the cashier pushes on every electronic and appliance is almost pure profit for the store. Most products either fail in the first year, when they are already covered, or last far longer than the warranty anyway. Studies consistently show buyers come out behind. Skip them and save around $150 a year on average. Running total, $4,350. Number 8. Premium gas your car does not need. Unless your owner's manual specifically requires premium, you are getting no benefit from the expensive stuff.
Your engine cannot use it. It is one of the purest forms of wasted money there is. For a typical driver, sticking to regular saves around $300 a year. Running total, $4,650. Number 9. Bank fees and ATM fees. Monthly maintenance fees, overdraft charges, out-of-network ATM fees. These are charges banks count on you ignoring. There are dozens of free checking accounts and fee-free ATM networks out there. Switching takes one afternoon and saves the average person around $200 a year for doing absolutely nothing. Running total, $4,850. Number 10. Lottery tickets. I know, somebody has to win. But the lottery is a tax on people who are not good at math, and the people who can least afford it spend the most. A few dollars here and there adds up to around $250 a year for the average player, with a return of almost nothing. Put it in your own pocket instead.
Running total, $5,100. Number 11. Name brand medicine. By law, the generic version of a medication has to contain the exact same active ingredient, in the same dose, as the expensive brand name sitting right next to it. You are paying double or triple for identical medicine in fancier packaging. Switching to generics saves the typical person around $120 a year. Running total, $5,220. Number 12. Fast fashion. Cheap clothes that fall apart after a few washes feel like a bargain, but you end up buying the same thing over and over. Buying fewer, better-made pieces that actually last cuts your clothing spending dramatically. For the average person caught in the cheap clothes cycle, buying smarter saves around $500 a year. Running total, $5,720. Number 13. A brand new phone every single year. The newest phone is barely different from the one before it, but the price is enormous, and those monthly upgrade plans hide just how much you are paying. Keeping your phone for 3 years instead of 1, or buying last year's model, easily saves around $500 a year. Running total, $6,220. Number 14. The convenience food tax. Pre-cut fruit, pre-shredded cheese, single-serving snack packs, pre-made meals. You are paying someone else 2 or 3 times the price to do 30 seconds of work you could do yourself. Buying whole and prepping it yourself saves the average household around $300 a year. Running total, $6,520. Number 15. Gym memberships you do not use. The entire gym business model is built on people who sign up, go twice in January, and keep paying all year out of guilt. If you have not gone in 2 months, you are not paying for a gym, you are paying a fee to feel bad. Cancel it, or switch to something you will actually do, and save around $240 a year. Running total, $6,760. Number 16. Impulse buys online. Those one-click, 2 in the morning, I deserve this purchases that show up at your door and go straight into a drawer. Retailers have engineered checkout to be as frictionless as possible for a reason. Adding one simple rule, a 24-hour wait before any non-essential purchase, kills most of them. That alone saves the average person around $600 a year. Running total, $7,360. Number 17. Greeting cards and gift wrap. A folding piece of cardstock should not cost $6, and yet here we are. Between cards, fancy wrapping paper, and gift bags, the average person spends a surprising amount on things that get thrown away within minutes. Going simpler, or digital, saves around $80 a year. Small, but it is $80 you are quite literally throwing in the trash. Running total, $7,440. Number 18. Single-use everything. Paper towels for every spill, paper plates to avoid washing up, single-use wipes for every surface. The reusable version costs a little up front and then almost nothing for years. Swapping the disposable habit for reusable cloths and rags saves the average household around $120 a year. Running total, $7,560. Number 19. A brand new car, bought new. This is a big one. A new car loses a huge chunk of its value the moment you drive it off the lot and keeps dropping for years. Buying a reliable car that is just 2 or 3 years old lets someone else eat that steep first drop while you get a nearly identical vehicle. Spread over the years you own it, buying used instead of new saves the average driver well over $3,000 a year. Let the first owner pay for that new car smell and the steepest part of the depreciation curve, and you still drive away in something dependable. Running total, $10,560. Number 20. And this is the big one, the one quietly doing the most damage of all. Credit card interest. If you carry a balance on your cards, you are not just spending money, you are paying a brutal toll on every dollar, month after month, often at 20% or more. It is the single most expensive, most useless money most people spend because you get absolutely nothing for it. Paying that balance down and stopping the interest can easily save the average household with card debt well over $1,000 a year. Running total, $11,560. So there it is. Add up just the waste on this list, and the average person is throwing away somewhere north of $11,000 a year. And here's the thing. You will not have every single one of these. Maybe you already cut the cable. Maybe you never touched the lottery. But almost everyone watching has 5, 10, 15 of these quietly draining them right now. Even half this list is over $5,000 a year. Now let me show you what makes this truly powerful, because saving the money is only half the story. Imagine you took even part of that, say $500 a month, the easy stuff, the coffee, the subscriptions, the lunches, the fees, and instead of letting it leak away, you put it to work, growing quietly in the background, year after year. That is not pocket change anymore. That is the down payment on a house. That is an emergency fund that means you never lie awake at night. That is the beginning of real, lasting wealth, built entirely out of money you were already losing and never even missed. Give it enough time and the growth itself starts earning, until the money you rescued from waste is quietly working harder than you do. That is the part nobody tells you. You do not need a raise to find this money. You do not need a side hustle or a lottery win. It is already passing through your hands every single month. The only question is whether it keeps quietly leaking out to companies that are counting on you not to notice, or whether you grab it back and point it at the life you actually want. So here is your challenge for this week. Do not try to do all 20 at once. Just pick the 3 from this list that hit closest to home, the 3 you know you are guilty of, and cut them this week. Just 3.
Then watch what happens to your account over the next couple of months. Because the people who quietly get ahead are almost never the ones who earn the most. They are the ones who stopped letting it slip away. Start with 3. Then, once those feel automatic and you genuinely stop missing them, come back and add 3 more. Stack them slowly like that, and within a year, you will have quietly plugged most of the leaks on this entire list, without ever feeling deprived for a single day. Start with 3. Your future self will thank you for every single dollar.